Hello everyone, welcome back to my video lessons. In these lessons, my focus is to help students, especially who are learning English, and to improve your grammar, to understand more about these different tenses. We have presented two video lessons on the present perfect, and today our focus would be on the present continuous and the comparison between the present continuous and the present simple. So if you think it is helpful, continue watching. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see. First of all, our focus would be the present continuous. And today we're going to see together number one, the present continuous, and then we'll compare with the present simple, and we'll see some practice, and there are some exercise for you too. Let's see here the present continuous. How do you use the present continuous? Everyone is familiar with the present continuous or the present simple, but I think we have something to learn also if you want to be, master of grammar. You can learn something from here too. First of all, we can use the present continuous. In this video, I put in three different ways. The first is number one, to express an activity which is happening now. If you use the present continuous, usually we use activity because it takes time. It has a duration. The second is to express an activity which is happening around now. Number two, our focus will be happening around now. And number three, to talk about a planned future arrangement. The present continuous is also used for future. Let's see one by one. The first one, to express an activity which is happening now. This is the easiest one. Something that is happening now at this moment, at this hour of time, we use the present continuous tense. Example, I'm recording myself on this computer. And some people are eating in a restaurant. Maybe you can see from far away. Or now you are watching this video lesson. These are happening now at this hour. The second is to express an activity which is happening around now. We said around now. So this may not happen at this hour of time, but the activity started in the past and it is going on, not finished yet. So started, not finished. That means you may not be doing it now at this hour, but the activity is in the middle of, in the process, is still going on. So example, I'm learning Japanese. You started last week or maybe finished 7 weeks later or maybe 5 weeks later. You are still in the middle of learning Japanese, but you may learn Japanese only 3 days a week. Or I'm reading an interesting novel. So you cannot read the novel non-stop, okay, right? So you can read the novel, example, you read 3 or 4 pages a day, you go to work, you do something, and you come back home, continue reading, and then stop reading, and then you go to work again, come back. So you are doing it, you have started it, but you haven't finished it. So we call this around now. You started doing something and not finished yet. An underground bridge is being built at Siberia bus stop. If you go there, maybe during night time, nobody is there, nobody's building it. But the project started already a few months back and is still going on. So you can say an underground bridge is being built in the passive form. And the third one, we can see the present continuous use is to talk about a planned future arrangements. Sometimes we use this present continuous to talk about future. You know, future has a lot of forms, and one of them is the present continuous. But we use this only for a planned future arrangement. Usually it is arrangement, appointment, fixed time. You can use that. Example, I am seeing a friend this evening. Probably you have planned already. You have already talked to your friend. You have already set a place to meet, the time to meet, and you said, I am seeing my friend this evening. We are having chicken curry for dinner. You have already bought it. Okay, you have a plan to cook dinner for dinner. What are you doing this weekend? What are you doing this weekend? So all of them, I am seeing, we are having. What are you doing? All of them are present continuous, but they refer to future time. Of course, you can use, with all of this, you can use the future form of going to, but in this case, we use the present continuous. It is possible. Then, okay, let's compare the present continuous and the present simple, how we use them differently. The present simple, we use the present simple. I put it here, something regular. If something happened regular doesn't mean every day, but regular can be every day or every 2 days or once a week or once a month or maybe even once a year. If it happened regularly, we use the present simple. This can be your habit. You do every day. Routine, something you follow every day, for example. Okay. For a student, a routine can be in the morning, go to school, and then listen to the teacher's teaching, go back home, do homework, something like that. Or schedule, it can be a schedule. So something regular, we use the present simple form. In some grammar, we have seen that like this is general truth. Example, the earth goes around the sun, okay, like that, right? Or universal truth, you can call it general truth, universal truth. Cows eat grass or something like that. So that happens regularly. It doesn't change quickly. So it's just the present simple form. Okay, let's look at here then. Another one is permanent, something permanent. When we talk about permanent, we're not talking about forever, right? Permanent means the main thing. The main thing. For example, if you say your main work, you are not a temporary worker. This is your main job. Then we will say like, I work, okay? Not I am working. Example, my mother works in a bank. That is her permanent job. She's not working there on a probationary period, right? So I said my mother works in a bank, okay? If I am a university student, for example, in university, usually we have to study for 4 years at least. That's my main study. So I said, I study in, example, Daejeon University, or I go to Daejeon University. Not I am studying, not like that, because this is my main job. Or live also. If I live in Yangon, example, with my family, and this is my permanent place with my family. So I said, I live in Yangon instead of I am living. Okay, let's compare with the present continuous form. On the other hand, the present continuous is used only for something happening at a particular time. And usually this has a duration. It's a duration. If it doesn't have a duration, we cannot use a continuous form. So at a particular time, that means this is happening now, and sure, we know this will finish later. This will finish. Okay, this activity will finish later. And we also use the opposite of permanent, which is temporary. Example, I said, if you think your work, example, once you apply for a job, usually the employer employ you for, a 3-month probationary period, experiment, something like, okay? You will learn them, they will learn about you, and that 3 months, you can say, I'm working, because you are not permanent yet. You are a temporary worker. But after 3 months, If you like the job, if they like you, then you become a permanent worker and you will say, I work for that company. So this is the opposite. The same thing with study. Usually our study like languages, like here in English, languages may be temporary, but your university study is more permanent. You can say, I study philosophy in the Gong University, but at the same time also I am learning English, okay, maybe in a school. Or live. If it is your permanent place, you can say I live in Yangon. But example, you come to Yangon just for study or some work, but you have another place with your family, like you come from Mandalay, your family lives in Mandalay, so you can say, I live in Mandalay, but at the moment I am living in Yangon because I want to study. So this is the difference. Okay, so present simple, something regular, permanent. Present continuous, something happening now, only now at a particular time, and temporary. Now let's see. What do you do? This is my job, my regular job. I'm a teacher. What are you doing at the moment? Now, only at this time. We are busy preparing to open our school. Okay, let's see the differences here. What do you usually do at the weekend? At the weekend, usually, regularly, I go swimming with my friends. I go. We said I go. What are you doing this weekend? Only this coming weekend? This weekend, we're having a surprise party for my parents' 25th wedding anniversary. Only this weekend we are having. Okay? What time do you usually finish work? Usually finish work. I usually finish work at 5 p.m. I said I finish, okay? But we have a lot of orders this week. So I am working until 6:30 this week. Only this week I am working temporary. Which one is correct? Okay, can you choose? I go or I am going to work now, goodbye. I read or I'm reading a book about astrology. I read or I'm reading a lot of books every year. Which one is correct? Will you choose for yourself? I'll give you the answer later. So number one, the answer is I am going to work now. Number two, I am reading a book about astrology. Number three, I read a lot of books every year. What about this? Continue. You choose one of them. We go or we are going to a party on Saturday. Nurses look after or nurses are looking after people in hospitals. I speak 4 languages or I'm speaking 4 languages. She comes for dinner this evening or she is coming for dinner this evening. Ready? So the answer is we are going to a party on Saturday. And number 5, nurses look after people in hospitals. I speak 4 languages. She is coming for dinner this evening. Okay. So our presentation here is finished. If you think it is important, you can share with your friend. And also you can follow us on our Facebook page, KELC English Language Center. See you again soon.